one way or the other. Either like Obama, they hoodwinked you by making Bush look so evil in his last days that you had no choice but to vote Obama in. See, it was a win-win situation for them. It's problem, reaction, solution. I just don't know how you don't understand the Machiavellian theory that's been used over and over and over again, many a time. 9/11, the Machiavellian solution. They had a problem, planes, remote controlled, hit the buildings. That's the only way I can see it happening. The buildings fell down from internal explosions. They demanded something be done. Well, everything they wanted. A Patriot Act, the removal of other freedoms. They've taken all your freedom away. You go in the airport, you're a criminal until proven innocent. You're a terrorist. You're considered a terrorist and you walk into an airport until they prove you're not. If you don't believe me, just go in there and have them prod you and x-ray you and everything. Oh, and by the new x-ray machines, they genetically damage your DNA. It's a proven fact scientifically. Google it. You'll understand. Well, I'm just about done for this recording. It's a good 45-minute rant that I had with you. A good conversation in a way. I actually enlightened you with stuff you either knew or knew but didn't think of it that way. And this is Spellbinder. And I hope they don't go that way. Have you ever seen the Australian show Spellbinders? This is what they're after. Like I said, they want to go back to feudalism. They want you to be a slave on their property. They act like they own everything because they have money and power and riches. And they want you to be their slave. Well, I don't want you to be their slave. I want you to be like Wallace of the Scots and stand up and say, I will not bow to no king or no queen. I do not recognize your power. I do not recognize your royalty. We are free people and we will stay free. And if we don't stick together, we'll hang separately, as the forefathers said when they were putting together the paper of independence, declaration thereof. Until next time, this is Spellbinder doing a commentary video of what I see is going on today, July 17th, 2010. Be good at it. Be careful down there in the Gulf. They're poisoning you down there with the co-exit 9500 and 9527A. It's deadly. It will cause liver damage, kidney damage, respiratory elements. Just beware of that when they're airbornely spraying that stuff and saying they're taking care of something that you cannot see down there. Just go down there and see if you see the oil. On the Pensacola coast, Channel 6 News came out with an article, or actually it was a news report. They're out there on the beach looking at that sloppy brown goo that was all over the beach and everything, that people were calling oil washed up from Pensacola. Oh my God, it's oil. No, it was fuel oil. Ships run on that. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's out there in BP or someone in the hierarchies of this New World Order busting off in barrels of fuel oil and letting it wash up on the beach and calling it an oil spill wash up from the deep horizon. This was done by the Coast Guard, analyzed it, and they said that's fuel oil. And that was that picture that one guy was down there in Pensacola going, "Ooh, it's all over the beach. Oh my God, the oil. Oh, please give me hits on my YouTube." about what he was doing, and he goes down there, and this guy's been a trip. Like I say, I agree with Jeffrey Grupp and antimatterradio.com. If you can't see the oil wash up like it did up there in Valdez, up in Alaska, it's not oil washing up there. You're getting tar balls. That's natural. And you notice the tar balls are orange and brownish in color, not black, not oil actually. It's sulfur, it's iron oxide, it's mud coming from a volcano in the Gulf, an asphalt volcano. They tapped into an asphalt volcano to create a position. I mean, oil's coming up with it, sure. I mean, when they first hit the damn thing, it had methane build up underneath the surface. And when the heat came up, because these asphalt volcanoes have 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I heard centigrade, that come up, and it comes up with the iron oxide, the mud, and the sulfur. It heats up that methane. The methane came up, it sparked, it blew, it made a big torch, and melted the damn deep horizon platform like a blowtorch for a few days. They never did put that out till it sunk. When it sunk, it went out because there was nothing holding the tube up there anymore and blowing up the gases. It wasn't a diesel fuel. It burnt. That diesel fuel doesn't get hot enough. But methane gas mixed with the right amount of oxygen becomes a blowtorch. Ask anyone that works in acetylene and other volatile gases for welding, and they'll tell you, yeah, that probably could have happened. And remember, the sulfur coming up in there, when mixed under that deep of water with the hydrogen, will make that poisonous gas of sulfur hydroxide. And it will make that. And it will become poisonous gas. I mean, all you have to do is wake up, smell the fascism, smell the Marxism, whatever you want to call it. It's New World Order, complete control capitalism. It's called the evil capitalism because it's a handful of people with all the power of the planet's wealth who can create terrorists. Remember that. They can create these terrorists. They have the money and the power to make anyone, any group, even make dupes believe they're fighting imperialism and give them enough money and weapons that they can come and attack any country and be terrorists to that country and make the people afraid that terrorists are everywhere. They're under your bed. Osama bin Laden somewhere under your bed. No, he's been dead about 2001 or so. He died of kidney failure. And they still bring him up and try to put him in there. I'm trying to tell you, these people have lied to you. They're stabbing you in the back and twisting the blade while they're telling you everything's okay. There's no jobs lost. Your job is good. There's plenty of jobs out there. It's recovering. Yeah, right, when the unemployment rate's going up, the money's going down, everything's crumbling around us. Yeah, just keep believing the mainstream media paid for by these very bankers and billionaires that run these organizations of news media. Remember, they went out and bought all the newspapers, bought all the mainstream media TV programs, and you're going to believe them. They're only going to tell you what they want you to hear, and not the other way around. Wish I could wake up people more. I mean, as I'm getting near the end of this, I want to end this, but I just keep coming up. My mind's starting to roll now, and I'm coming up with more and more stuff to tell you what they're doing. And this is only part of it. Iron Mountain. Read the documents from the Iron Mountain report. They said they were going to pollute the planet, make so much pollution, and they were going to leave you responsible to clean it up. That's right. It's going to be the cap and trade. It's going to be the carbon tax. And it was in that paper, they said that to make people pay us money, we're just going to have to pollute the planet so badly that we'll get to a point where they have to agree and pay us to clean it up, and they still won't clean it up. They'll leave it. I see the South African or South Americans drinking, the villagers drinking water and dying from it, for cancer and stuff, because they left oil leaking all over the ground. And there's like, I mean, just see the documentations. Just Google oil poison or something in South America, and you'll get documentary after documentary, just showing you what these oil companies, they want you to pay for it, for what they did. Like I said, a real corporation would keep their stuff clean. I mean, I worked at a place where I had to dispose of their waste and process it through scrubbers before they get let out to stacks. Well, these oil companies and third world companies have no laws like that, so they just dump it all over the ground and everything. They don't care about the villagers or the people, the indigenous people. They could care less. That's why they need to go to jail. They need to be in prison right now. We need to sue them for our money back for extortion. $2 trillion. Bernanke says, we're not going to tell you where it went. We need to sue them for that money back under extortion. That's treason under our constitutional law. I wish we just, everybody would wake up to the Constitution, believe in Ron Paul and Rand Paul, and now Pauline seems to be on the wagon with the Constitution. I thought she was a neocon, or I call a neo-communist. That's what a neocon to me is, a neo-communist. And then you got the Marxists, which is the Democrats. They can't wait to tax you for everything you do. If you look different, they'll tax you for it, just so they can put the money in their pocket, and their cohorts' evil pockets. These people are robber barons, and you just don't see it. Or you do, and you just don't care. I don't know. But if we don't stop them today, we're going to pay tomorrow with our children's children. They're going to be slaves, shackled, destroyed. Cops, wake up, fight against them. Say, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to go out and tase people just because I'm allowed to. I'm not going to harass people because I can. Because they gave you permission to be thugs, jackboots. No, fight against that. Be on the American side. Be on the right side. Be on the constitutional side. Wake up, or you'll wake up in Waco. I guarantee. And it's your children, police officers, that will pay for all this stuff that you're allowing to happen. They were the ones that will suffer. You may not be suffering offhand as far as you know, but they will be. In the military, military, the same thing. Oath keepers, I salute you. I'm an ex-Air Force, and I salute you. I'm an oath keeper of my own. I swore to the Constitution of the United States that I'd protect it and follow it. And I'm not going to let that go by. Well, until next time, this is Spellbinder with a commentary. Good day. And be good, or be good at it. Prepare. And be ready. Stock food. If you can, silver and gold.